It's been way too long. Welcome back to the mod showcase, everyone. We are checking out the latest mods on the Planet Zoo Nexus, including a few beautiful little domestic animals, some well-deserved animal remasters, a bunch of, oh, you gotta put that thing away, buddy. Some really cool Southeast Asian animals, and actually a whole lot more props than I care to admit. Look at these. Today's video is sponsored by White Claw. That's right, I'm getting drunk today. While we do that, we can check out some of the latest mods on the Planet Zoo Nexus. We are going to start off by saying mods are not officially endorsed by Frontier. If you do mod, you risk the chance of breaking your own game. However, breaking your own game can be easily rectified. Just be smart when you install your mods. Make sure you're not installing anything that's out of date or that has a bunch of bugs in the bug reports. But now that we got all that out of the way, we can get started on the beautiful GreatCakeMods bird signs. Look at all of these. I am not going to go through each and every single individual one, but these look gorgeous. I love how with Planet Zoo 2 coming, we can simply go like that, and we can go like that. I'm just kidding. Those are just beautiful. That's a white-tailed eagle, and that is the golden eagle right there. But yeah, tons of really cool signs by GreatCakeMods. What I love about these is they all follow kind of like a similar art style, but each one just has like a little bit uniqueness going on with it. Like, I like how thick the Stellar Eagle is. Steve Eagle.
I am Steve.
I'm not allowed to drink anymore when doing videos, but yeah, look at all these. It is just such a cool testament to see how far Cake has come in terms of mod making, because this is from like the latter half of her career. Like, she has done a whole bunch of other birds besides this, which is really cool. Look at him. A wambo. Okay, I gotta chill out with that. But yeah, that is very cool. Great job to Cake, not only on that, but we also finally can actually check out the Appalachian foliage mod. This is really cool. So it adds a bunch of brand new plants to the game. If you do want to access these, you can simply navigate to the foliage menu, then type in Appalachia. These all have their custom biome tags in here too, so you can get a bunch of really cool plants. But yeah, these are all made custom, I believe, using SpeedTree. Really cool program over there. I don't know too much about it, but man, this looks so good. American sycamores right over here. You have black walnuts right there. American tulip trees. These are so beautiful. I mean, just look at these. All the custom flowers and stuff. You get eastern hemlocks. These are super common around Maine where I used to live. Very cool. A bunch of really cool plants in here. I especially love this one. Mayapple. That kind of looks like the plant that Littlefoot would eat, you know? But yeah, you get a bunch of really cool other ones. Geraniums. You get violets down here, if I can select them. That's the only thing with the like foliage and plant mods and scenery mods. The hitboxes are a little weird, but yep, common blue violet. You get fire pink. That's really beautiful. Galax. Oh man, I kind of want to get those for my yard. That's beautiful. What is this? Firebrush? That is going to be so wrong, isn't it? It's going to be so wrong, guys. Common jewelweed. Okay. Okay, well, at least I know this is yarrow. Yeah, we got lots of those up here. But yeah, lots of cool plants. You even get poison ivy. Unfortunately, you can't give your guest poison ivy. That's very sad. But yeah, tons of really pretty, very pretty ones. Even eastern white pine, my beloved. We can finally do kind of like these nice big groves of like actual forests. Yeah, like, look at this. This is what I am used to at my home. Like, that is so good. I'm getting sidetracked. One of the things I really hope we get in Planet Zoo 2 is, like, better kind of, like, shadows. I mean, the Fever Tree has, like, the best shadows in the game, in my opinion. It's just very dappled. I really hope we get some of those. I think the Eastern White Pines do that very well over here. Like, you can see that the shadows work over there, and that's like, you know, that's just how they are. But yeah, that's very cool. Not only that, but we also get one from Lobry. These 6 pieces in here, these are directly ripped from the butterfly houses that we have in game. We have 2 tropical ferns, we have a Budalia plant, we have milkweeds, 3 different variations. Yeah, my issue with the in-game Budalia plants is that we have this one and we have this one. Those are both very pretty, and we also have like the bear versions of them, which are cool. However, like, this is what you expect out of like actual gardening in real life, and if I just throw these right over here, like, I don't know, that just looks so much more natural to me than anything else. Please, Planet Zoo 2, I want this. I want this. I don't want this. I want this. But we have a lot of animals to get to today, and I am just noticing a lot of them are not in yet. Okay, now they are in. This is so cool. So, our good friend Lobry has brought a bunch of butterflies to the game, and they look beautiful. Again, the butterflies really aren't the most crazy mods out there, but I do love the kind of new level of functionality that they have in the game, just because of like all the cool things that they have in store. So we do have, this is why I don't drink when I make Planet Zoo videos, I can't even drive a car. I can't even play Planet Zoo. We have the zebra longwing right over here, a super pretty butterfly. We have the orange barred sulfur, very nice. A nice kind of like spot of color in here. That's what I love about this little pack in here. There's so much color. We have the African monarch butterfly, a gorgeous looking individual. And not to mention, Lobry did all these textures by hand. So incredible of him to do that. He just does such a beautiful job with his mods. We'll check out more in a bit. But we also have, which one is this? Is that that's the blue tiger, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, it is actually blue. It just looked, can you blame me? It just looked white against like wherever it was before. Yeah, like I was looking at the blue, I think, and it just blends in super well. I don't know, that's kind of funny. Oh wait, no. Oh, I'm just wrong. This is a common Jezebel. This is a common Jezebel. Super pretty. White on one side, and the outer side is indeed very beautifully colored. Look at that. Nice hand-painted texture on there. And yeah, all the butterflies can cohabitate with each other, whether or not they are base game, Planet Zoo, or if they're a mod, they can all kind of share... Whoops. Yeah, they can all kind of share the same enclosure, which is so cool. I love exhibit mods. I don't know. I love exhibit animals. I'm sure you guys saw my video on that about like the improvements that Planet Zoo 2 can make for them. I really hope we get some good improvements for them because they are super cool. But not as cool as this little sea demon right over here. This is a GreatCakeMods mod. This is the Leopard seal. Look at these guys. So yes, I did take down my Leopard Seal mod because, again, it wasn't good. But yeah, I'm so glad that Cake was able to bring her own flair to it. They are just the weirdest looking creatures ever. I don't know. They just look awesome. But they are known for their very unique mouths. If we check out this individual right over here, that UI picture, that is incredible. Let's actually look at what images Cake uses in here. Very great ones. I don't know. They're just the coolest little critter in the world. Look at that. Look at that jaw. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, the big yawn. That is so cool. So yeah, one of the most deadly seals out there. They really aren't known for being in captivity. They oftentimes are rescued down like Australia and stuff like that, but a lot of institutions don't really have these species on display, but still, regardless, they're such a cool little apex predator. I love them. Now let's talk about actual fish mods. JQuatix has brought in a bunch of really cool ones in here, starting with the yellowtail fulcier. So yeah, this is kind of related to the yellow and the blue and gold fulcier, I believe, is in the deluxe edition of Planet Zoo 2, which is kind of fun. I don't know. I really do like these species. They are just so pretty. Really great job, JQuatix, on like the texture work in here. You just always knock it out of the park with like all the aquarium species. I really hope you're able to bring these to Planet Zoo 2 as well, just to get these in an actual kind of school of fish. That's going to be so cool. Moving on from here, don't look at the name over here because that is not actually true. This is a tang, I believe. I'm looking through my folder right now. Flamingi tang, I believe. Either way, it does look like a beautiful little parrotfish akin species, which is so cool. I love the texture work on this body over here. I don't know. Such a great colored species that it just works so well. I don't know. That's super pretty. Oh man, it's gonna be great to actually have fish in Planet Zoo 2 that don't get stuck on the surface of the water. That's funny. Oh yeah, there's also an alternative version. Actually, no, that's a 3-spot angelfish. Yeah, baby. Yeah, 1 spot, 2 spot, 3 spot. Yep, checks out. Yep, cool fish. Once again, I do like those, I think those are ventricle fins. I'm not sure, but one of my favorites is right over here. This is the Harlequin tuskfish. Super, super adorable species. They do have little tusks on their beak, which they actually use to, I believe, crush shellfish, I think. But yeah, a really great species, really great color on them as well. Love these guys so much. And finally, this is one that I actually made recently. I just teamed up with JQuatix who actually released this one. This is the Cortez rainbow wrasse. I saw a lot of these guys in the Galapagos. I saw them every single time I went diving, and I was just so captivated by them. I was like, you know what? We got to bring them to Planet Zoo as well. So yep, that's what I did alongside JQuatix, and now they are here. Very, very cool. Love these guys. Now checking out a duck species, we are looking at the American black duck. This was made by Lobry in collaboration with Monsoon for the original duck model. What a very beautiful species. American black ducks are so cool. They may look like boring female mallards, but the truth is they are actually quite impressive little species. They're slightly bigger than the mallards, which is super easy to tell them apart when you're actually out birding and whatnot. And they also do have these blue rumps right on the back over there. Very cool bird. They have a bright yellow bill as well. Just love ducks so much, bro. I really hope we get some really good ducks in Planet Zoo 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all the aquatics this time around, but we can get started on the habitat species. Look at these. Domestic short-hair cat by GreatCakeMods. What a lovely little critter in here. So much variation. Oh, we gotta watch this. Oh, look at them go. Oh my god, that is so adorable. So yeah, the domestic short-hair cat has a bunch of different variants in here because of course they do. Maybe even your cat in real life looks like one of these in here. Let me know in the comments if it actually does. But yes, incredible job to Cake on these. My local zoo just recently opened. I gotta film the short on this. We recently opened a cat exhibit, a domestic cat catio, which is the funniest thing in the world. But like its actual representation, because you shouldn't have cats outdoors. If you really want your cat to enjoy the nice fresh air, build a catio. It's not really that hard. But yeah, super, super adorable little species in there. But moving on, we are heading down under to see the wallaby, the spectacled hair wallaby. Named so because of these nice little orange spectacles on them right over here. Hair wallabies are just really, really interesting. They do kind of look like a rabbit crossed with a wallaby, which is super adorable. But yeah, what a funny looking little species over here. Native to Northern Australia. These guys are so, so adorable. And they do have interspecies enrichment, which is always a plus. I just love them. Look at them crawl around. I don't know. Moving on from there, we are checking out a new modder on the scene. Let me pull up their little bio. This is the Dutch Shepherd by Gladden of Baker Street, a very adorable domestic dog. This is so cool. I love seeing people make either their own domestic, like pets in Planet Zoo, or ones that they're a really big fan of. These are just so adorable, and for Gladden's first mod, this is really, really well done. I mean, just look at this texture work. Like, look at that kind of like modeling, that little stripey pattern on there. What an impressive mod, especially for a first mod. Very good job. Oh, their alternate name is Padfoot, so great job, Padfoot. Hell yeah. Alright, my husband, Gaboy, has released even more remasters, even at this tail end of the game. First, we are checking out the Spectacled Bear remaster. This basically takes the normal spectacled bear that we have in Planet Zoo. Let me get my nice layer of grass down here. And it just gives it these nice slight tweaks to make it look just a little bit more realistic. Planet Zoo did such a good job with the original model of these guys for, I believe, the Zookeeper animal pack. But Good Boy was able to take it just a step further and even added a few extra variants in here, including this a little bit more of a whiter face on this individual, which is very cool. But yeah, I always do love these. However, I am just itching to show you guys this one right over here. This is the Capybara remaster. I really wish I had these guys for the AZA video, but I simply did not. What an incredible, incredible animal once again. Again, these remasters, they really aren't the craziest thing in the world, but it really does go to show the appreciation that modders have not only for Frontier's work, but for animals in general. The fact that Good Boy was able to work so hard on making this species look as realistic as possible is something that is just really heartwarming. I'm tripping over my words. Really heartwarming for me to see in terms of like the dedication that the community has for making these animals look as good as they do. I mean, just look at him. He's so cute. Did he add whiskers? Were the whiskers always there? Please tell me in the comments. I have no idea. But yeah, that is so good, Good Boy. Great job. All right, here we go. It is the time of the episode where Leaf tries and pronounces really weird extinct animals. Thinobadistes wetzelii. It looks like it is a North American ground sloth, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's from Florida. Very cool. We love that. And they have interspecies enrichment with that little guy. We'll check him out in a bit, but yeah, look at this. What an impressive little ground sloth by Cake once again. I especially love that hair kind of dripping down the back. It blends in so well with the model. Like, that to me just looks so cool. I don't know. I'm really happy to see these. But I love extant animals just a little bit more, and we are starting off with Hamlin's monkey, otherwise known as the owl-faced monkey. A great animal over here, some nice interspecies enrichment, but look at these guys. They look like Larry the Lobster at the beach with a little suntan lotion on the nose. Very adorable species in here. Relatively common in zoos, not entirely common, but they're out there. Very cool little Congo species of monkey once again. I'm always so happy to see Congolese primates make their way into the game. And yeah, it's just a really cool looking animal. Alongside them, we also have the crowned Mona monkey, also known as the crowned Gwenin. These guys are so cute. Oh my god. So yeah, another great Congolese primate once again. I'm not sure if these guys are the same as the wolf monkey, but yeah, they're just such a cool looking species. Let's get the flashlight on here so we can see Cake's incredible texture work. Again, this beautiful kind of like hand painted look on these animals. It really looks so awesome. I don't know, just great job, Cake, once again. Moving on from here, we have the Rufous hair wallaby. Once again, it looks like a cross between a rabbit and a wallaby, and it is just the cutest little thing in the world. Named Rufous because of the very kind of orange fur on these guys. What an adorable little Australian species. I feel like every single time I learn of a new wallaby, I get a new favorite kind of wallaby. But yeah, what an adorable little animal. I don't know. Only found on this little part of Australia over there. I think Perth is right down there. Not sure what that part is over there. But yeah, another great little species once again. We have the longhorned African buffalo. Make this guy into a steakhouse, why not? But yeah, went extinct anytime between 12,000 years ago to 4,000 years ago. What a cool looking buffalo. Interspecies enrichment with Cape buffalo. That's very funny. But yeah, it is basically just the same thing as a Cape buffalo, but it has long horns, and it's dead now. It is dead. But yeah, what a cool looking species. If you guys are hoping to make like a paleo park, you got your fair share of mods this week, I'll tell you that much. Especially with this little critter. I think he is from Florida, but let's just confirm. Oh, that's so sad. Leptomeryx avansi. Looks like it is a prehistoric artiodactyl. Very neat. But yeah, it is just really adorable. I do love that, like this texture once again, Cake. Like, there is something so cool about seeing extinct animal representation in Planet Zoo. I know I would much prefer, like, more commonplace zoo animals, but that is a-okay because I feel like we already have enough. All right, this guy is fairly interesting. Santi. Wait, no, that's the animal name. Huracan Kofie. Okay, what the hell is this? It is a bear from North America and Eastern Asia. Oh, this is the extinct giant panda from America. Very cool. So yeah, Islapordine is kind of what encompasses pandas. And it's just kind of neat that America had their own little panda species. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Late Miocene to early Pleistocene. So yeah, pretty old guy over here, but yeah, look at that. This is a little bit more what you would expect from a panda relative. That is very interesting. But yeah, these are the American pygmy goats by Canu. Oh my word. These guys were very highly requested throughout Planet Zoo's life cycle, and when we finally got the goddamn alpine goat, people were relatively upset, but Keanu was able to take that alpine goat and turn it into the American pygmy goat, which is so adorable. I mean, like, they are just such a cool little critter in here. He did a few model edits, like making the horns just a little bit shorter, doing some very beautiful texture works on these, and also making the legs shorter, obviously, making them nice and pygmy size. But yeah, what an incredible job by Canu on these. They just look so good. All right, moving on. What the hell are you? Okay, Coryphodon lobatus. What are you, Mr. Corey? You are a platodont, a member of the world's first group of large browsing mammals. Okay, that is cool. I'll give it that. What a little freak from North America. Very cool. I don't know. Females were a disproportionate size according to the Zoopedia. Yeah, you're telling me. I don't know. These guys look super cool, but man, this, like, what the hell is this? I don't know. I'll tell you what, Mr. God upstairs was having his off day on that. And let me tell you what, he was also having his off day on this. What the hell? Cabanocharis gigas. Extinct pig. Giant extinct pig. Long-legged pig. Sure. Okay, it is from like the Caucasus region. Very interesting over here, and it has interspecies enrichment with Gastornis. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Look at this little freak. I don't know. You can tell they're based off the Red River Hog. But yeah, they are so cool. Oh man, look at this. This feels like some kind of weird apparition that would appear in your dreams at night. I don't know. That is so cool. But yeah, extinct pig with like a giant cock on its head. Sure. At this point, I'm not sure if these are even real animals at this point. Taruka, the northern huemul. Are these guys extinct? No, they're not extinct. Wow, I would have thought they were. But yeah, huemuls are South American deer species. They are fairly interesting. I've never seen one in real life, unfortunately. But yeah, that is just a very beautiful looking deer species once again. South America just has some real freaks down there, and I'm just always so happy to learn about them a little bit more. Speaking of freaks, we got this woolly rhino looking guy. This is Epiceratherium etiologica. Sure. Okay, it was one of the first rhinos to actually reach Europe, which is fairly interesting. Oh, whoever was digging up here for bones, what the hell was wrong with you? Like, I guess that's cool. Also, Gastornis, sure. You're just everyone's friend, aren't you, today? But yeah, that is a just really cool woolly rhino without, like, the actual rhino horn. I don't know. They just look so cool. They kind of look like Przewalski's wild horses from far away, which I think is a really cool color combination. I don't know. Really cool job, Cake. I don't know. I love seeing those. Not only them, but we also get the Tamaraw. This is a bovine. Oh, okay. That's just the trend today, isn't it? Okay, I'm sick of looking at that. I'm gonna look at the female. Yep, but they're a Philippine animal, which is always great to see. Shout out to my Pinoy brothers and sisters. Jollibee. But yeah, Tamaraws. I'm leaving in all this stuff. But yeah, Tamaraws are really, really cool. I just love seeing Southeast Asian bovines. Really cool species. They work pretty well with the Noahs and even Salwa if you want to get those in your park too. All right, but we are wrapping this up with these animals right over here. This is the palm cockatoo. What a creepy looking little bird over here. Also, what the hell? Okay, great. Camera's a little bug cake. I don't know what's happening there, but what a beautiful looking species. Oh man, I just love cockatoos so much. They are just little freaks over here. But yeah, I love like the skin patch that you were able to do for these guys over here, Cake. They just look so incredible. And yes, these animals do fly. I just don't have the enrichment set up in here. I'm sorry. You'll have to forgive me. Another little freak over here, Microleo Attenborough. It is a marsupial. It is a Thylacolinidae. So yeah, it's a Diprata. It's a marsupial. It is a marsupial. And it's from Northern Australia. Very cool species in here. I don't know, recently discovered in 2016, which is pretty cool. But yeah, what a nice little critter. Let me actually look at these guys over here. They look kind of like a cuscus, which is super, super adorable. I love these splotchy little patterns on here, Cake. They look so adorable. I love the sounds too. They just sound so cute. But yeah, great job once again on these, especially from further away. They look so good. I don't know. Like, there's something about your style, Cake, that works so well in this game. Shakma baboon. Walmart animal pack, anyone? Great animal over here. Shakma baboons are, of course, a baboon species from southern Africa. Yeah, what a great little guy over here. I don't know. This is a female too. It looks super pretty. But yeah, what a cool, scruffy looking baboon in here. Great job once again, Cake. And finally, we can look at the Gastorinus, finally, after being friends with pretty much every other animal in the game. Looks like it is based off of the cassowary, which is super pretty. But yeah, what an impressive looking bird. I want to read about them. Large flightless bird from the mid-Paleocene to mid-Eocene. Some species are from North America and Asia. Very cool. Yeah, right across that kind of like temperate kind of line up there. But yeah, lots of cool interspecies with the Wyson too. Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, what a creepy looking little bird. I don't know. If I had to go back and redo Paleo Zoo with the boys, I would absolutely gun for these guys in here. Maybe do a new kind of like European section with these guys because they are just so pretty. They look like a little feather duster, which is so cool to me. I don't know. Okay, but I think that is pretty much it for today. I think we did every single animal in here, which is very cool. Lots of really awesome ones, but I think my favorite has to go to the domestic short hair cat. What a silly little goober in here. They're just so pretty. Look at them. But let me know your favorites in the comments down below. And I think we will end it right in here, just looking at these nice, pretty little butterflies. Have the most wonderful of wonderful days. I will see you all in the next video. Take care and goodbye. I hope you guys also enjoyed the first 4K version of the mod showcase. Like, I know I published them in 4K before, but it's the first time I'm actually recording in 4K, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so cool. See you later. Bye-bye.